All right, here we go. It's time for the big show. How's it going, Justin?
Fine.
We got a big show coming up tonight. You know why?
No.
We're discussing the results of the Facebook poll that so many of you responded to.
Mm-hmm.
Got all your answers. Got some surprise answers in there, and we'll see what you guys said and girls about what we should do with Dave's World, and we'll put it into action right here on this episode.
This episode?
Yeah, that was one of the things, is to do a different voice for me.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna start doing that right now. So it's gonna be a good show, and let's kick it off right here on this week of Dave's World.
The truth is out there.
Paranormal activity.
The government denies evidence.
What's the other one?
Did I already say I want you to believe? I want you to believe.
Did I say that?
The truth is out there.
Truth is out there. Paranormal activity. Government denies thing.
Gillian Anderson. Gillian Anderson. David Duchovny.
I don't know how long I want to go for.
I'm your dad.
All right, so here comes this week's episode of Dave's World. We're gonna do a big old episode here.
Can I veto this? Can I veto this poll vote?
With the whole thing, you don't want to do any of the polls.
No, it's just you do this voice.
You don't want me to do this voice, even though it's voted on by the people, the listeners. All right, well, we can't say we didn't do it. We did it.
You did it, and I don't like it.
All right, we're gonna drop the voice in 1, 2, and a 3. So why don't you like it? What's the problem with the voice?
I don't know. I feel like it's just very distracting, and I don't know.
All right. I mean, hey, we gave it a shot.
Hey,
it didn't work.
Yeah.
We tried
Sometimes you need to know.
Yeah.
You need to figure it out.
Tried a new format. It did not work.
Did not work at all. Thank you for the submission, though.
Yeah, thanks. That was a write-in vote.
Keep them coming.
I'm going to be doing one of those myself maybe in a few months.
What?
Write-in vote.
Oh.
So we'll see.
What are they doing? An employee of the month at your work?
Yeah, I'm going to write myself in.
You would.
Yeah, around November. Anyway, how's it going, Justin?
It's going all right.
Yeah? You seem a little scowly.
No.
That's the same one that they've been saying. It's not a new one. Don't worry. Don't be worried
No,
yet.
because we're watching the live election coverage. It is April 26th.
Yeah.
Right now.
Went out and
8:30 in the evening.
got my vote on this morning. How about you?
Yep.
Voted for
First I put my coat on, and then I got my vote on.
There you go. It was a little brisk out this morning. That's brisk, baby.
No, we're not.
I said more impressions,
They're not
too.
a sponsor.
Okay.
That's not an impression. It's just...
That's an impression of the commercial. Save some for the sequel.
Who is that? Who is that in the commercial? Who says that?
What's his
Is that
name?
a raisin?
Mickey. No, it's Mickey from Rocky. It's the Rocky brisk commercials.
Oh, and he's like made of clay, right?
Yeah, the claymation.
Okay.
They're all made of clay. It's not just him. It's all of them.
Really? I don't remember.
We gotta get you a windsock.
I don't remember the brisk
It
commercial.
was in black and white. Save some for the sequel.
I don't remember.
Well,
I remember that. I
Jesus.
just don't remember the claymation.
all right. Well, yeah. Well, you just said he was made of clay, so you obviously remember. No, you're lying. Lying Ted over here.
It's an old commercial. It's from like
I remember
10
it.
years ago.
10 years ago?
Yeah.
No, that's from 20 years ago, probably, at least.
Really?
Yeah. I was not 22 when that commercial
I'm
came
sure
out.
they ran that for a while.
They ran it for a while, but it did not debut 10 years ago.
But yeah, I went to vote, and then they gave me a card that said Democrat.
Yeah, me
and
too.
they gave it to the man.
Yeah. How about those lines this morning?
Yeah.
It was pretty daunting.
Yep.
I was one of 3 people voting inside the building this morning.
Uh-huh.
Of course, it opened at 7. We went around 7:15, 7:30, so
I went at 9,
yeah.
and there was the same amount.
Well,
at least it got done.
we are the only house in this district, so
Yeah, it's true.
I guess that kind of makes sense now that I think about it.
That's true. It's really funny because I went up there, and then I said my name, and I said, I wrote, they had my address, and they're like, oh, it's you. You're the one.
Oh, okay.
You're the one in this district.
Yeah, you're the one.
And it was so funny.
It was a funny joke.
It was so funny. I'm going to be telling that joke for years.
Yeah. So you got to vote for the candidate you wanted to vote for then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well then that's a good story then. It's funny and it ends up well.
Oh, yeah,
Ends up with a good ending.
Yeah. I didn't
Yeah.
say it was a bad story. I just said it was a funny story.
Yeah. Well, some of those funny stories sometimes end up with like a bad ending where it's like, it was a funny story and it was negative at the end.
Yeah.
Yours, bad story, or funny story, good ending.
Yeah,
So,
I try to keep it positive.
yeah. They didn't have any stickers though. I was disappointed. I wanted to get an I voted sticker. They didn't have any.
There's this sticker. Has the Swamp Man on it.
Yeah, I have that already. I walked out of the booth and looked around, and there were 4 people working, and I just didn't know what to do, so I just started walking out, and they were like, "Thanks for coming."
Yeah.
I was like, "Where's my fucking sticker?"
Yeah, no, they don't do anything. They just, thank you.
Yeah, no wafers or anything.
No, nothing.
Well, it was in a church, I would think.
Those aren't wafers.
Wine.
No,
I don't know.
that's the body of Christ.
Body of Bernie.
Yeah, I took my shirt off when I was voting in there.
It gets hot in there. It's
Yeah.
sticky.
And I immediately realized I didn't do any research for local people running.
Well, did you see that link Adam tweeted out earlier this morning? Had all the
no.
information on the candidates.
Nope,
That's
I
pretty cool.
do not check Twitter in the morning.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
I
I
check Twitter at 1 o'clock.
voted for John Fetterman.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you only, how many delegates did you choose?
0.
Why?
Because.
Why? I don't know if you're being serious right now.
What? I don't believe in gated delis. I believe they should be open.
No,
to
no,
people.
no. Delegates, not delegates.
Yeah, I didn't choose any of those.
Are you being serious right now?
I selected all of them.
Or I guess this is going to be a real conversation we have to have off the air, because I don't know if you're doing a bit or if you're making a...
Don't ask me about my vote. I'm going to tell you who I voted for.
All right, well, fine. I pretty much know, but
No, you don't.
considering the fucking
Maybe you don't
lawn sign in
know
our
me.
front yard.
Maybe you don't know me as well as you think. I didn't get that sign.
If I don't know you by now, then I will never, ever, ever know you.
Yeah. Well, join the club.
All right, so that was one of the suggestions. We talk about the intricacies of voting in election day. So that was thank you for that suggestion. That one went pretty well. I feel like that one could get really get us really riled. I was getting a little riled there because I couldn't tell if you were on the level or not, and I'm still concerned about this delegate vote.
Maybe you shouldn't be concerned.
We're going to talk about it once I hit stop on this. So
We're going to go all night.
Yeah.
We were talking about doing, I mentioned, hey, how about we do a 40-minute show? Do we need to do an hour? And you said no, 40 minutes is too short. We need to do an hour. Now I'm feeling like we need to do a few hours because I don't want to have this conversation.
Exactly. Well, okay. Well, I mean, whatever happens. I mean, I feel like 40 minutes is too short. You got to give the people what they pay for.
It's too close to call.
You got to give the people what they pay for.
They aren't paying anything. Nobody pays anything for this.
I know, but
They
you got to
barely
give
listen
the people,
to it.
You got to give the people what they pay for. Whew, these are close. Sorry, folks. We're looking at the election coverage. We're still looking at it.
We're watching television.
It's up on the big board, and you can't see it, but we can, and it's giving me a stomach ache. So, all right. Well, that was the suggestion that we talk about the length of the show. That was a good write-in suggestion as well.
Yeah.
A lot of people wrote in suggestions rather than using the ones that were supplied. They didn't like any of them. Well, there were a couple of them got votes, but for the most part, people just kept writing stuff in. Dozens and dozens of people. Well, all right. We're already at 9 minutes, and you were afraid we couldn't do 40. So
I got somebody handed me actually a write-in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just hear a lot of loose change.
It's written on the back of this quarter.
That's must be a pretty small message.
It says they drew a little duck on here.
There's a duck on your quarter?
Yeah. Minnesota.
That's not that's not a suggestion. That's just the state quarter there. Quarters
You want
have
us to drink more sodas or less sodas?
the one you drink
minimum sodas?
smaller sodas. Mini soda.
Minnesota.
As many as
Mini
you
soda.
want, but make them smaller.
mini sodas. Okay, well, we don't have any mini sodas with us. We'll have to
No.
do this for next week.
Yeah, we'll do that next week. We'll crack open some brews.
Yeah. Do some live reviews. We should do some more live reviews of drinks.
Some live reviews of brews.
Mm-hmm.
That's it's not a bad idea for sure.
Reviews and brews.
Live reviews of brews.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe
Sure.
we'll do that one week. That wasn't a write-in. That just came up off the top of our noggins here. But I think Justin's putting it in the bank, putting it in the old spank bank, and we'll keep that in the back of our heads for a while. Well,
Talk to the people.
all right. Well, hey,
What did you do
people.
this week?
What did I do this week? Worked. And then this morning I voted. Sunday, we ate ice cream with our friends and went to a grill out, a cookout, and ate some food there. Came back and watched Game of Thrones and Silicon Valley, two of my favorite shows on television.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Clinton won Delaware.
will always love you.
Clinton wins Delaware.
Shut the fuck up, Justin. This is the suggestion where Justin just says shit that pisses me off. Because our fucking country's going on the goddamn toilet. Cool, that was the suggestion for Justin to lose his goddamn mind. Because the country's going down the toilet. That was a good suggestion. Thank you, listener, for that one. So,
I think we need to lighten the mood.
Yeah, let's lighten it up a bit.
How about we do a little tweet of the week?
All right, let's get that tweet of the week on.
Hopefully this isn't too loud.
New theme.
Yeah.
Damn. Fucking cowboy tweet.
All right. This is the tweet of the week. If you aren't familiar with the segment, here's how it works. We choose a tweet of the week.
Stop breathing into the mic.
One tweet every show. I can't stop breathing.
Look away when
We're
you say
going to do
tweet.
one tweet of the week.
That's much better. He's pulled this shirt over his face like that fucking guy from Bazooka Joe.
Yeah. The racist one?
I don't know.
Pretty sure he's a racist one.
Probably. They're all racist. They were in the 50s.
Yeah. Okay. Turn this down a little bit. All right, so today's tweet of the week comes from Fred_Delicious. This is a tweet from December 12th, 2013. It reads, in all caps, Honest Joe's Discount Breast Implant Emporium. Why pay $6,000 for silicone when you can pay $20 for wood?
That's the tweet of the week?
All right, you didn't like that?
I'm curious about how you curate these tweets. Where do they come from? Where do they go?
I don't know. I just read it's just a tweet.
But how do you find them? Like, you're not looking at the people you follow, right? But how are you finding them? Like, what do you...
They just come to me. I mean, I pick one out of the ether and
Out of the Twitter sphere?
yeah, out of the Twitter sphere. If you didn't like that one, I could do one more.
No, it's
Cleanse the palate.
it's the tweet of the week, not tweets of the week. So whether I like it or not is irrelevant.
We could do a runner-up.
It's just the tweet of the week.
This is a runner-up.
No, well, if you must.
Okay. This comes from at JD Semakin Tao
Okay,
from February 7th.
sure if that's how you pronounce it. But
JD Semakin.
I can't see it. I can't see it, so I don't know. But I'm assuming that's
JD
very wrong.
Jedi Semakin Tao. Good morning, everyone. Happy nice day.
That is a good tweet. That should have been the one.
All right.
That was a good tweet. I like that one better.
Yeah, that was a little
It
bit
was
better, yeah.
less controversial. It had a good message to it, and
I feel like the other one was trying a little too hard. I
Yeah,
feel like
he
they were
was-
doing some kind of joke.
trying to. Yeah, I've never heard of a wooden breast implant, so that threw me off right away.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Just gonna do the show like this from now on.
yeah, please do.
It's where I'm gonna get a bandana and put it over my face.
Ooh, you look like a robber all the time,
Yeah.
an old timey robber.
I don't want to spend the money on a pop filter, so
They're nice.
yeah, must be nice.
Yeah, well, it is. They're nice, and it must be nice. Must be nice.
I put out a call on because they're a special guest, which we'll talk about in a minute.
Right.
But I put a thing out asking for questions for our special guest, and in response, your sister liked a post from January 3rd. So I just want to let you know.
Great. She's on the level.
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
Okay. Who do we have on this week?
Well, do we want to take a break and come back with our special guest? One of the
You want it to be like a surprise?
one of the suggestions was to have more celebrity guests on the show. So we have conceded to that. We are going to have a celebrity guest this week, and we'll see how it goes. And if it goes well, maybe we'll have more next week.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't steal that joke.
I know. It's not her. She's not here. Don't.
That's true.
It was that would have been a red herring.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
We do it so much in our personal lives that it snuck its way into the show.
Yeah, true. Okay, so I guess we'll be right back.
We'll be back with more Dave's World in
All
2
right.
and 2.
There's a message from our sponsors.
What's up, YouTube? This is Zeri here. So today I'm going to do some reviews. So, on my video, I'm going to do a review of Mountain Dew Code Red and Sour Patch Kids. I love Sour Patch Kids, and I do love Mountain Dew Code Red. So I'm going to review the Code Red first. So I got this at the Hess Express yesterday, down near Jonesville, New York, on the way back from Great Escape. I actually went to 2 Hesses yesterday, one in Queensbury and one in Jonesville, which was pretty cool. So I got this down in Jonesville, and I got this in Queensbury. So I'm going to review Code Red first. I love Mountain Dew Code Red. And if you heard a little beep, that's the Facebook signal. It smells like Code Red, obviously. It smells a lot like Hawaiian Punch in my opinion. It tastes a lot like it actually. So Mountain Dew Code Red is Dew with a Russian cherry flavor. This is delicious. Now I'm going to review Sour Patch Kids, now including glue. There we go. Open it. So I'm going to review the video. Open it. So there we go. Ooh. There we go. Open it. So I'm gonna review the blue actually. So this is like a blue raspberry, I think. So here we go. Very good. I love Sour Patch Kids. Anyways, just wraps my video. Thanks for watching.
Hey! Sorry. Hey. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us here. If you haven't, getting a finger here. If you're just joining us, you're listening to Dave's World. I mean, I guess you knew that already because it's how podcasts work. But we're trying out some new user-submitted ideas to change up the format of the show a little bit. And one of the we tried a few earlier before the break. And now we're going to try a celebrity guest. Somebody wanted to hear more celebrity guests on the show, so we got a celebrity guest for you. He's sitting right next to me. He is wearing a button-up blue shirt. He has a slight, he's kind of like long, wavy hair. It's kind of goes a little long in the back, and it's a little high. There's a little bounce to it. He has like a little bouncy hair. And he's got a Superman action figure next to him. Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Seinfeld.
Hi, well, it's great to be on the show.
It's exciting to have you on the show.
I'm a big fan of the show. I used to say, what's the deal with podcasts? And then I heard Dave's World and I thought, this is the deal with podcasts.
Oh, you think that we're the deal? The
You
deal?
are the deal.
That's cool. Thank you.
Oh, you're
That's good.
welcome.
Yeah, so our people got in touch with your people. I want to thank you for making time making time for I'm sorry, I can't turn off Facebook notifications. I took a poll on just to let you know, I took a poll on Facebook. People submitted some questions they had for you, which we'll get to in a little bit for the interview.
What's the deal with questions?
Exactly. So
All right.
in between your car show, your comedians and cars getting coffee show.
Comedians and cars getting coffee.
And
What's the deal with comedians?
I don't know. What is the deal with comedians?
What's the deal with comedians?
We're gonna find out.
Well, maybe.
Through this interview, I think.
All right.
So between comedians and cars getting coffee and Seinfeld, how do you make time for coming to see shows like this? Like, is your schedule pretty busy?
Well, my schedule's not so busy anymore. I don't do the car show all the time. If I
Okay.
were doing it all the time, I'd have to say, what's the deal with the car show? But I do a few episodes, and then I have some free time, and I can come and I can listen to podcasts in my podcast room, and then I can come be a guest on podcasts like Dave's World.
And what about Seinfeld? Seinfeld's like the top-rated sitcom in like the country. Like, how do you make time for family and such with that shooting schedule?
What's
Do you shoot
the,
comedians and cars getting coffee in between Seinfeld seasons, or
What's the deal with your cognitive abilities?
what does that mean?
First, you said I had long, wavy hair. Long-ish.
Yeah,
Let's,
like you have on the show on Seinfeld.
I've had a bald head, roughly, a shaved head for a number of years.
Are you wearing a wig?
I'm not wearing a wig or anything right now, and Seinfeld's been off the air for at least a dozen years.
A dozen. It's on television all the time.
Those are reruns.
Reruns.
Yeah, they're old episodes that they play again so folks can enjoy them.
But it's so topical and poignant that
Well,
I could swear it was a show that's currently on today.
Well, we thought we would make it as timeless as possible, and so it could live forever. Well, I mean, what's the deal with time?
I don't know.
I don't think it's really a thing. I think it's a human construct.
Speaking of time and human constructs, I'm sorry to hear about Jason Alexander's accident.
What accident?
He died, right?
I think you've got false information. We just spoke this morning.
Oh. I thought he died 3 days ago.
Died 3 days ago.
Well, I guess we'll just... Well, if you say he's not dead, sure.
He's not dead.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, that's a relief, right?
I spoke with his ghost this morning.
Oh, I don't believe in
What's
ghosts.
the deal with ghosts?
I don't know. Do you believe in ghosts?
Ooh.
Yes?
Ooh.
I'm going to take that as a yes.
Ooh.
'Cause you seem spooked. Okay, well, I don't know if we just want to launch into these user-submitted questions.
Let's get into the questions.
That about does it for my questions. That's all I really wanted to know.
What's the deal with your lack of preparation?
I'm just,
Terrible at your job.
no, I'm not, actually. I prepared many questions. For instance, I wanted to know about Seinfeld. That's one. I want to know what the shooting schedule was what that was like. And number two, I wanted to know when you shot Comedians and Cars Getting Coffee if it was between Seinfeld episodes. Number three, I asked how you made time between shooting Comedian Cars and Getting Coffee and Seinfeld to get on this show. And four, I wanted to know if you believed in ghosts. And that's a lot of questions.
What's the deal with you being so defensive?
I'm not. I'm just explaining this to you.
All right.
Okay. Well, let's get to the user submitted questions. I want to make sure we have enough time here.
What's
for
the deal
these.
with time?
What is the deal? You already asked me that. You
Well,
you
I
asked me
didn't
that
get an
before.
answer.
Well, I don't have the answer.
What's the deal?
Can you tell me what the deal is?
Would I be asking if I knew?
I don't know.
What's the deal?
Okay. Well, here we go. Maybe we'll find out. First question: what's the deal with Ovaltine?
What's the deal with Ovaltine? The
I don't know.
glass is round. The jar is round. They should call it Roundtine. What's the deal?
Okay. Well, Steve, I hope. This question is just rolling in right now. That's the sound of Facebook you hear because Facebook, you can't mute it.
What's the deal with
I'm
Facebook?
going to mute the computer. Okay. Our next question from Danielle. Would you rather eat a watermelon-sized avocado or a 10 avocado-sized watermelons?
What's the deal with that question? I'd eat them both.
Oh, you can't vote. Yeah. Please don't vote early.
What's the deal with this show stealing stuff from another popular comedy
Yeah,
show?
Danielle, that's really for another type of show. We really don't want to do the would you rather thing. I know they don't do it anymore on WTF, but we're not going to do that in this show. So we'll move on. Actually, Danielle submitted a different question. What animal should replace the groundhog since the groundhog fucked up this year?
What's the deal with Groundhog's Day? He's always seeing a shadow or not seeing a shadow. What's the deal?
Is that it?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
What's the deal?
Okay. I feel like I'm watching Lost right now. I just ask questions and I just get more questions back as answers.
What's the deal with questions?
They're going to ask me what the deal with Lost was, and I was going to ask you. But that went a completely different direction. Last user submitted question, believe it or not.
What's the deal with users and abusers?
I don't know. Let's find out. Why are there never any cars drinking coffee and the misleadingly named... Let me read that again. Why are there never any cars drinking coffee and the misleadingly named comedians in cars drinking coffee?
What's the deal with their inability to read a simple title? The show is called Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, not comedians in cars who are drinking coffee. What's the deal with that fucking idiot?
Well, Eric Ald, you are a fucking idiot. I know you've been trying to be a comedian, but Jerry Seinfeld, the top comedian here, just called you a fucking idiot on our show.
What's the deal with people trying to be comedians? I did it. It's done. Nobody can do it.
That's true. Every joke
Get a day
has been
job.
told by... Yeah.
Eric, get a day
I'm
job.
pretty sure he has a day job.
Stick to your day job. What's the deal with
Whoa.
dreams and trying to live out your hopes and dreams?
I don't know, but that's the most information I've been able to get out of you so far is that you telling Eric Ald to quit his dreams. So maybe take that as take that seriously, Eric. Maybe you should just quit your dreams.
What's the deal?
Okay. Well, that's it for the user submitted questions. You got anything on board? Are you coming out with when's sign language coming out?
Sign language has been out for about 20 years.
Right. What's
the deal with this broken record I'm talking to?
Right. So, but what is it? Can I get that on my Kindle?
You can get it anywhere. Paperback, hardcover, softback.
It's still available in hardcover, huh?
There's still copies around. What's the deal with libraries?
I do think I saw a hard copy of sign language at the thrift store downtown.
What's the deal with thrift stores?
You bring in stuff to sell, and they sell it for you. You can buy old spoons there.
What's the deal with old spoons?
Well, sometimes they're new spoons, and if you use them enough, they become old spoons.
Oh, all right.
Okay. Well, I want to thank the user submitted poll for your suggestion of more celebrity guests.
I think it went pretty well.
I think it's going great.
What's the deal with polls?
I don't know.
They can have a flag on them, or you can vote on them. What's the deal?
I got a question for you. How long was the poll that you, the narrator and the Grinch wouldn't touch the Grinch with? How long was that?
24.5-foot pole.
All right. Yeah. Or was it a 24.5 inch?
Oh, what's the deal with inches?
I don't know.
Every other major country in the world is on the metric system. What's the deal with the United States?
Did you have Did you know that Kramer's first name was going to be Cosmo when you started writing the show, or did that come up later?
What's the deal?
Hillary Clinton just won
Kramer.
Pennsylvania, by the way, Mr. Seinfeld.
What's the deal with this fucking country?
Oh.
What's going on in Pennsylvania? What's
Whoa.
the deal with voting? Why doesn't anyone give a shit? What's the deal with voter disenfranchisement? What's the fucking deal with this goddamn clown Hillary Clinton? What's the deal?
I mean, there's 7% in. And they're calling it.
Well, what's the deal with wide margins?
I don't know. Aren't margins like an inch? Because you asked what the deal with inches was. And now you're asking what the deal with margins is.
What's the deal with words that mean other things at certain times?
I don't know.
What's the deal?
Well, Mr. Seinfeld, I want to thank you for coming on the show. I know you've probably, it sounds like you have a grueling... I can't do this. I can turn the television off. Janice!
What's the deal?
Mr. Seinfeld, I think we're doomed. I think we're doomed.
I'm probably gonna kill myself. What's the deal with killing myself?
I don't know, but it's sounding pretty appealing. I think we need to take a break. Ugh. Shocking news. You heard it here first. Here on Dave's World. On election coverage. So it sounds like you have a pretty grueling schedule on Comedians, Cars, Getting Coffee. I won't keep you too much longer. But I want to ask you one last question.
What's the deal?
What is the deal?
You muted your computer
I'm not playing anything.
because of the Facebook. Oh, looked like you were frantically trying to play something on your
No.
computer.
No.
What's the deal with deals?
I don't know. What is it?
What's the deal?
What's the deal, though? with that?
What's the deal with deals? How do you make them? What's the deal? I've got your wife and your daughter. If you want them back, you have to make a deal. What's the deal?
Okay.
I've got them in my basement.
Oh.
If you ever want to see them again, just let me know. What's the deal?
Well, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Jerry Seinfeld has your wife and children. He has them in the basement, and if you ever want him back, you just gotta let him know what the deal is.
What's the deal?
Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Mr. Seinfeld, for coming by. We're gonna have another little special guest coming up after the break.
Where's the door? Get out of here.
Yeah.
Where's the door?
Okay. You can listen to Today's World. We'll be right back.
Where's the door?
The Fancy's Diner, just off of exit 17. It's breakfast all day at Fancy's. We've got all your favorites. Fancy eggs, fancy toast, fancy meat, all cooked on our fancy griddle. That's fancy. Take our fancy omelet challenge. That's 1 dozen eggs, a pound of cheese, and 23 strips of bacon. It's a slam dunk. Fancy's Diner, just off exit 32. And now, Ethel's baking custom cakes. Birthday cakes, graduation cakes, sorry I'm a deadbeat dad cakes. Come and put your name on it. That's Fancy's Diner, just off exit 23. It's a slam dunk.
We're back. The show's back.
You seem really sad. For
Yeah,
some
that
reason.
was a great segment. Good time for a show. It is fucking primary night. That's a good night to do the show. So good for us.
Well, look on the bright side.
What?
Trump swept all 5 states.
Oh, thank God. Thank heaven for Donald
So,
Trump.
I mean, Hillary may have won Pennsylvania, but at least Donald's gonna take care of that.
We did so well. We did the best
Oh, Donald
of
Trump is
anybody
here. Oh, he came out of nowhere.
so well. Nobody else could ever
shouldn't you-
well as Donald Trump.
Yeah, I guess you are in Pennsylvania. It is the Pennsylvania primaries. So, Mr. Trump, I'd love to say it's nice having you on the show, but it's more of a surprise.
It's great to be here. It's great to be on the show. It's the best show. Donald Trump is the best guest. I've been a wonderful guest. It's time for me to go. It's been a great show.
Oh.
This is the best show. I'm the greatest candidate. I'm the best ghost.
Wow, he just flew out of the room. Wow, he is a ghost. Going right through the wall. Oh my God. Well, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Donald Trump is a ghost.
There are a lot of firsts happening.
I know. It's
this.
this poll. It's just a lot of things that haven't happened on the show that people are... wow. That was crazy. I don't know how we could proceed.
Hopefully we'll have the ghost of Donald Trump back on the show at some point. Hope
Maybe. I don't know. It seems like he just comes in whenever he wants.
Hope that's not taken as a terroristic threat.
a terroristic threat.
To mention the ghost of a potential presidential candidate. Well, whew. Yeah, so it's the show. It's time for the show.
Yeah.
You said we had another special guest coming up. I don't know anything about that. Who is it? Is it another celeb? Another hot celeb?
No, it's not a celebrity. It's actually a scientist from the government. He's from the the Federal Corn Reserve.
Sounds legit. Sounds like a thing that exists.
Yeah, he's here to talk about the shortage of corn in this country. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Mike Snuts. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mike. Can I call you Mike?
Yeah, you can call me Mike.
All right, so Mike Snuts is here. How's it going? I don't know why you're here. I don't know what. If there's,
I'm here to talk about the shortage of corn in this nation.
I don't think that there's a shortage of corn. It's everywhere you turn.
Well, that's where you're incorrect.
Oh.
There's a terrible shortage of corn in this country, and
Okay, could you try not to vomit on the microphone?
I'm not vomiting. I have a condition. When you eat too much corn, it comes up and stays in your stomach for at least 25 years.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
That should be the problem that you're addressing, not the shortage. We should stop eating it.
Well, I'm not eating it anymore because there's a shortage.
I'm saying that I think I know where it all went.
Yeah. I ate it all.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Mike's Nuts ate all the corn in America. What else? I think he just passed out on the day. Are you right? You coming too?
Oh, yeah. Fine.
He's real red. His face is real red. I think he's got a fucking whole corn
You want to know what
cob.
my whole name is?
Yoda? Was that? What's your whole name? He's got okay, breaking news, folks. Mike's Nuts has a full name. Let's hear it.
My legal name is Mike D. Snuts.
All right. The middle name D. First name Mike, last name Snuts.
yeah, I'm back. He left.
Mike D. Snuts just ran out of here. All right, well, that's the option that people voted for. That was that we just make an elaborate D's Nuts joke. And, well, that went pretty well. Haven't seen your face that red in a long time.
What do you... Yeah, no, I was in the cupboards. It's very warm in the cupboards.
Yeah, it's very warm in there. That's where we keep the heaters, the space heaters.
Yeah. I thought we had gas.
We do, but I like to keep the cups warm in the cupboard, so
Oh, okay.
keep those space heaters on 24/7.
Well, I'm back.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was disgusting. Hope he never shows up again.
I mean, he might. It sounds like the corn shortage is a pressing issue.
I feel like
he had to leave really quickly, but I feel like another time he's gonna come back.
But I also feel like he said everything he needed to say about corn. So
I don't think so. I think he might end up being a favorite on the show.
I don't know. I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Oh, hey, I know Jerry left, but I have another question for Jerry.
Okay, I can try and field it.
Okay.
They called me Fieldy when I was in corn, so
They call it Fieldy?
yeah.
Oh, okay. How do these pretzels make you feel?
These pretzels, I would say, I mean, I would have a different answer, but if you asked Jerry Seinfeld, I think he would say, these pretzels are making me thirsty.
Okay.
That's what he would say.
I think so too. Thanks Munch Nuns, for that question.
Good question. Hey, do any of these fucking people listen to the podcast? Are they subscribed?
I don't think they know what's happening.
You should respond to all of them.
I feel like at least one of them is a subscriber.
Respond to each of them individually and ask them. You don't have to do it right now. Great. Now we can hear the typing. Ask them to leave a review and a rating on iTunes if they love the show so much that they're leaving a fucking question for Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
So, and I disagree with what he said to Eric Gold. He's a wonderful guy.
Yeah, I think so too. Don't
give up on your hopes and dreams.
Don't give up, Eric.
You're a very funny guy.
Yeah, very funny.
I mean,
Fuck
one
Jerry
day,
Seinfeld.
you might reach the precipice that we're on, where you have your own podcast.
Yeah.
After years of hard work. I mean, it's not easy to get your own podcast. You gotta
it's gonna be funny.
make a website.
Is when we find out he does have a podcast that we don't know about.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny.
Ironic.
Isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
Speaking of Facebook, you want to see what's up on Facebook?
Well, why not? Hey, Rhode Island. Whoop.
Xbox One is going through a huge discount. A lot of discounted bundles in April.
Cool. Who wants a fucking X-Bone anyway?
Well, some feature extra controllers, free games like Just Cause 3 and Rocket League, and a Vizio TV.
And a TV?
And you get a TV.
Whoa, that's a pretty good bundle.
That is a pretty big bundle that they're announcing now at the end of April.
Yeah.
So, Ghostbusters. This fucking movie's in the news. Character posters released for the upcoming action comedy film. 3 new posters were released. Melissa McCarthy is not one of them.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I would assume that Leslie Jones wouldn't be a part of them.
Yeah, it's just Leslie Jones, Kate McKinnon, and
Molly Ringwald.
Molly Ringwald, yeah, the other one there. Not sure how I feel about that movie. Has nothing to do with them. Just seems like it's just the Ghostbusters are going up against a lot of blue things.
I would be more interested in it if it wasn't a reboot and it was a sequel.
Yeah.
That would make me 100% more interested in it immediately.
Yeah. And if it wasn't as cartoony.
Yeah.
I was thinking the other day about how I think it's ridiculous that her head spins all the way around in that trailer. She's possessed. Because that would kill her in real life. If somebody's head spun all the way around.
But she's possessed.
That doesn't matter.
She's got
it would kill the body that she's in.
She's got a demon spine. They can do anything.
That's not how it works.
It is how it works.
Okay, well, these are the things I was thinking. And then I remember the first Ghostbusters where 2 of the characters turned into demon dogs.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
I mean, I think if you go back and watch the original Ghostbusters, you'll find that it's pretty cartoony itself.
Well, Ghostbusters 2 is.
I think you'll find if you go back and watch the original Ghostbusters, you'll find that it's pretty cartoony
in itself. Are you challenging me to watch Ghostbusters right now?
Yeah, I'm challenging you to watch Ghostbusters right now.
Well, it's a pretty shitty challenge because I would watch that literally any time.
Well, you've been challenged. If I had a white glove, I would slap you in the face.
Too soon.
Sorry.
Madeline Sherwood. Oh, too soon.
Oh.
That's all it says. No, she died.
Who was that?
She was 93. Ooh.
Oh, well.
Oh.
What?
She was best known for her roles in the sitcom The Flying Nun and the play Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
The what play?
Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
Hot Tin Roof.
Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
This is the suggestion of the show where we do Cockney accents for the remainder of the show.
Hey, Sherwood died now.
For the next 18 minutes of the show, we're going to do Cockney accents.
The Hollywood Reporter said she was best known for her roles in the sitcom The Flying Nun and playing Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
Oh, it's my favourite play.
Among others.
It's a good play. It's one of my favourite plays. My mum always take me to see that play when I was just a little lad.
Just a little lad?
Just a little lad. Oh, I love living with a Cockney accent.
Hey, more news from Delaware.
You're losing it a little bit.
I am losing it. I can't do accents. Wilmington, Delaware. A teenage girl dies after being assaulted at the high school, officials say. Amy Joanna Francis, 16. I shouldn't be doing an accent.
No,
when
you
I
shouldn't.
say
This is
she's-
no, not
she
funny.
died.
Yeah.
But I have to do it because of the ball. I have to do the accent.
We can just end it whenever we want. We don't have to keep doing the accent. It's kind of fucked up that you're doing it for the story. It's kind of fucked up that you read a story like that anyway on the Facebook news, whatever it's called, because usually it's more light-hearted stories. And used to be you would read stories and you would read them incorrectly, and we would make fun of the fact that you read it incorrectly. And then at some point it just started to be where you would just read real headlines without any joke, and I kind of lost. I felt kind of lost. I don't know what else. All right, that's the suggestion that we discuss how the Facebook Roundup has been going the past few months.
Fine, I won't do it anymore.
No, I just when did it become not a joke?
It's all a joke.
But you read real stories. You used to mess up names and stuff, and that would be the joke.
I didn't think anybody got the joke because nobody ever acknowledged it.
Really, I got it.
All right.
I always understood it. And we've learned something.
Well, Meryl
because of this
Streep
poll.
is going to play the role of Cruella de Vil in Marvel's upcoming Cruella de Vil film.
Oh, that'd be funny. A Marvel film with a woman lead. Can't write this stuff.
Susan Boyle was involved in a disturbance incident at the airport in Heathrow.
What'd she do?
She was escorted out of the lounge after a disagreement.
Couldn't have been about her beautiful voice.
No.
They probably were arguing that her voice was more beautiful than she thinks it is, and she was arguing, no, it's not that beautiful, but it is pretty beautiful. Then they'd escort her out. You think? Maybe?
Boy, traffic today was backed up on the Pennsylvania Turnpike.
Yeah, really? I didn't leave the house.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because a car, semi-tractor trailer overturned onto an Xbox One.
That is a good, funny joke. I mean, a sad story.
Florida. Jesus Christ.
What?
There are no funny stories on Facebook today.
Are they all just serious death stories?
Florida. Parents of Chris Christie missing at sea battle over iPhone discovered on boat. Chris Christie's mother, Pamela, filed a lawsuit to keep the phone with a third party rather than have it returned to Austin. Chris Christie's father. The phone was discovered in a boat near Bermuda.
I can't make hide nor tail of that story. I don't know what part is the real part. And Whew. I'm liking this invigorated Facebook roundup.
Emma Stone, YouTube star, releases video criticizing her use of offensive comments in her older works. I'm not proud of it, I'm really not, but I'm also glad that I've grown past it. Emma Stone said in the video released Sunday. The YouTube star also noted improvements in the style of her videos.
That is true. They've gotten a lot better over the years.
Yep. Well, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good one so far. I think that's
And on a high note.
yeah. Let's go out walking tall.
Oh,
All right,
Just ended.
There you go. That's a high note.
that was 6 minutes.
It was a high note. The note went higher and then it ended.
Yeah.
God cool.
damn.
Yeah, stop it.
I can't stop breathing.
You can if you
I just
try.
look up the whole time.
Okay. Oh, let's see. So we had a couple more suggestions here on this poll. We're getting through most of them. I don't want to leave audition. So one of them.
It is bad practice to leave an audition in the middle.
It is true.
Yeah.
That is true. 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 This is true. That is true. That is true. That's true. That is true.
There's a shortage of corn in this country.
That is not true. All right, that was the write-in vote that we just agree with each other vehemently for a few seconds, and then
End with a disagreement.
yeah. So thanks for writing in that suggestion. That was a pretty good one. I enjoyed that. We had another suggestion here, and we're gonna try and do this throughout the week. I think now that all the votes are tallied, the highest amount of votes went to this one.
Okay.
It was voted that we sell the show to Earwolf for $1 million.
Okay.
So we'll get on the Twitter machine and tweet at Earwolf and Scott Aukerman.
If other people want to do that, that'd be great too.
Yeah, if you want to get us bought by Earwolf, tweet at Earwolf. Let them know that there's this great podcast that only is tangentially similar to Comedy Bang Bang. We don't steal a lot of their jokes, but it's in the same general vein. But we can do whatever you want. As you've seen and heard on this episode, we've done probably 15 different ideas that could spin off into new shows. So this is like our audition tape for Earwolf.
Right.
So, make sure you tweet to listen to this episode once it goes up and get us $1 million.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that suggestion.
That's the currency, not the deer.
Yeah. We want to be clear. We want $1 million.
I don't want a genie scenario here.
No, a smart ass genie.
Yeah.
We want the fucking greenbacks. We want some Harriet Tubmans in our hands. So, so that was the winning suggestion, but we still have a couple to talk about here on the show. Well, what about you?
What do you mean, what about me?
What about you?
I don't know. Then we get into the suggestions?
Yeah, what about you?
Do I have a suggestion?
Yeah.
No.
All right, that was the suggestion that I asked Justin. What about you? Without any preface. So
that's what happens.
Yep. Well, I don't know. I know there's one more that has one vote. We can't accomplish it right now, but it could be something we do in the future.
Yes.
I don't know if there was anything else you wanted to cover though, vote wise.
Oh, vote wise?
Yeah.
Not really.
Okay. There was another vote for doing some prank phone calls.
Yeah.
And giveaways.
Right.
We don't have anything. We have nothing. So doing a giveaway that's a little harder because we don't have anything to give away. We could give away a guest spot on the show, but nobody listens to the show, so it's hard to give it away.
Some people got to be listening, right?
Yeah, but nobody tells us. We don't know. We have no idea of knowing.
True.
And maybe we'll do some prank phone calls, but I'll have to check the legality of that because it seems like in this PC culture,
it's PC world we live in.
You make a prank phone call nowadays, you're going to the slammer. So we'll check the books. We'll get with our lawyer.
Yep.
Earl Feinstein, and we'll see what he says. Yeah, it's our lawyer.
When did you hire a lawyer?
We've had a lawyer this whole time. How do you think I stay out of trouble so much on this show? Other than nobody listens to it.
Yeah.
That's the main reason, but
Earl's
a good backup.
I have another question for Jerry that came in late.
Okay.
This is from Dan Champion. Jerry, how are you?
Yeah. Is he typed it in that voice?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, was that the question?
Yes.
Again, Jerry is long gone.
But if he were here.
If he were here, he would probably say something like, hello.
It's pretty good.
That's what I think he would say.
Okay, that's all I had.
Okay.
What was the last suggestion in the poll?
Well, the last suggestion with one vote is we give the show to Bill.
Okay.
Now, Bill has been on the show a couple times. He's a real big hit.
He's a fan favorite, friend of the show.
He is quickly becoming one of the most popular guests on the show. And so there was a vote. It wasn't even from Bill that we give the show to Bill.
Yeah.
So we will do our best for at least one episode to just give the show to Bill and see what he does with it. And if he hits it out of the park, then we'll see you later. It'll be Bill's show from now on.
Yes.
So that's
get his own equipment though.
Yeah, he's not coming into our house and using my fucking microphone.
No.
You can get a goddamn life, Bill. Sorry. On edge tonight.
You're thinking of Bill Clinton.
Yeah, I would.
Hey, but Trump's about to speak.
Yeah, great.
In a minute now.
I don't give a shit about Donald Trump. Fucking orange-faced buffoon. I'm gonna push goddamn Hillary Clinton down a goddamn escalator.
Whoa. See, now that could be seen as terroristic.
I don't give a shit. Nobody listens. Who's listening? Nobody. I don't leave my house. Who am I going to push down a fucking escalator? I don't have an escalator in my house, and if I did, she wouldn't be coming here anyway. 'Cause I'm not.
Okay.
You know what, America? What's your fucking problem? All right.
This is the final word. Here we go.
I don't know where you got your heads. Probably up your asses, because you're not thinking straight. You got a one-in-a-lifetime candidate here, Bernie Sanders, talking about all these wonderful things he wants to do, talking about all this peace and love he wants to spread, talking about all the problems facing America, and not being a dickhead about it and saying all sorts of slimy campaign bullshit. He's just giving you the truth, telling you the truth. Guy who fought for civil rights in the 60s, got arrested, fighting segregation, marched with Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King. He doesn't like when you don't call him doctor. And you got these fucking clowns out here voting for Hillary Clinton still. And she's I'll be frank. She's a piece of trash. She's fucking a scum lord piece of trash. And I don't understand it. I don't understand why people are still voting for her. She doesn't have a fucking backbone. She doesn't stick to any policy that she's ever talked about. She didn't want gay people to be able to be married. She called black people super predators. She's a fucking piece of trash. She's a total piece of garbage. So I don't know. I mean, this is your fucking country, and you're flushing it down the toilet. So enjoy whatever happens, because I'm going to burn the fucking place to the ground. So that's the last word.
Are you sure that's it?
What else would I say? If you haven't voted yet, if your primary hasn't happened, just vote for Bernie Sanders, you fucking idiot. Are you clown? Go to BernieSanders.com, learn about his issues. YouTube, Bernie Sanders. See all the stuff that he talks about. Been talking about for the past 30 years. All the positive stuff that he says. All his stance on all the big issues. Because they all make sense. He doesn't take any money from stupid big corporations or special interests. He's a fucking man of the people. Why don't you see? Why don't you fucking see? Wake up, America.
Who is this?